is you're walking down a path. You have to get through failure over and over again to get to success. And that's the name of life, right? So I think about all of the pearls that I have gained from the times that I have failed, how I've grown as an individual, how I've grown as a practitioner. They have been gifts. And if I could go back and say, just like, enjoy those gifts because they are gifts, and understanding that there's a pearl hidden at the end of them every time.
Hey friends, David Rice. I'm your chief editor here at DentistryIQ, and I am here with one of my favorite young docs. You probably know her, Dr.
Amisha Singh. I am so excited to be here with you, David, because we are talking about one of my favorite topics. It's my favorite my favorite word that starts with F that is not 4 letters. Failure.
All right. I love it. And I love that it's one of your favorite topics because I think a lot of people fear it and maybe as a result avoid it. So tell me how failure is going to help us succeed in life.
Yes. Okay. So I'm speaking to you, but really I should be speaking to my younger self. Like if I could go back in a time machine and say one word to that graduating senior with the hope in her eyes, right? The graduating D4, it's this. I used to think that like the graduation stage is this magic platform. I am on one side of the stage. I feel like I have all these questions. I haven't learned everything I need to, but it's okay. I'm going to walk across it. They're going to put a hood on me. They're going to sprinkle some magic fairy dust. And all of a sudden on the other side, I'm an expert, right? I know everything I need to know. I'm never going to face failure ever again. Rude awakening. Not true, right? Like you're going to face failure. I used to think about failure as this idea of like you're walking down a road and there's a fork in the road, right? You go one way, it's like dark and creepy and like, right? You think of Beauty and the Beast, right? When the father's going, one way is creepy, the other way is sunshine. Sunshine is success, the other one's failure. And I think about it and I'm like, oh, I turned the wrong way back there. But the truth isn't that. The truth is you're walking down a path. You have to get through failure over and over again to get to success. And that's the name of life, right? So I think about all of the pearls that I have gained from the times that I have failed, how I've grown as an individual, how I've grown as a practitioner. They have been gifts. And if I could go back and say, just like, enjoy those gifts because they are gifts, and understanding that there's a pearl hidden at the end of them every time.
Oh, that's so good and so true. I remember I was picturing myself crossing the stage and, you know, within 3.5 seconds becoming the smartest dentist I knew, or at least I was expected to be, but that isn't real. So if I'm a young dentist, if I'm just getting rolling in my career, if I'm facing failure today, any like tips or tricks in addition to like just stepping back and having the knowledge that you're gonna push through this because we all have?
Yes, 100%. So number one, stop expecting perfection of yourself, right? It is called the practice of dentistry for a reason. I don't care how gifted your hands are. I don't care how brilliant you are. You will have crowns that do not seat. You will have patients who will be upset. You will have dentures that fit like socks on a freaking rooster because they're dentures, right? And so just stop. There's no way for us to be perfect. We have been taught to be excellent, trust the training, lean into that, and really lean into this idea of I'm going to be a lifelong learner. And if my dentistry is not getting better on the day before I stop practicing, then I didn't do it right, okay? The other thing that has really helped me is keeping a log of my failures, right? Because we like shy away from it. It makes us feel not great when we talk about failures. But when you're documenting it and then really journaling like what comes from that failure, I didn't do this right. So now I know that I need to tweak my impression technique, or I'm not organizing and planning the right way, or the last time I dealt with conflict resolution on my team, that method didn't work. It allows you to be strategic and really hone in on those pearls that I'm talking about. So one, it like rips the Band-Aid off because now failure isn't this like dirty word anymore. And number two, it really allows you to harness the power because there's so much momentum and opportunity that comes from failure that we ignore because of that icky feeling inside.
All right, friends, did you get those 3? All right. My take home,
Yeah.
shift my expectations. I'm not supposed to be perfect. I'm just supposed to be getting a little better every day. 2, I need to track it so I can see where I'm winning, where I'm failing. And then 3, when I do those 2 things, then I have the ability to build a strategy for myself to just continually get a little better. Amisha, you are awesome. Thank you for taking a really ugly, scary topic and giving us a solution to move forward, especially for our young pros.
Thank you. Fail forward.